See, with the continuation of the next problem in the concept of inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, we'll prove now sine inverse of 8 by 17 plus sine inverse of 3 by 5 is equal to sine inverse of 77 divided by 85. Okay, you consider left hand side first. Sine inverse 8 by 17 plus sine inverse 3 by 5. So it can be written as, okay, sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equal to sine inverse of, it is x into root of 1 minus y square plus y into root of 1 minus x square. It is one of the standard property in the concept of inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, see, in the previous problem how you people have already adopted one property to simplifying the term, that is cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equal to cos inverse of, it is xy plus root of 1 minus x square into root of 1 minus y square. Similarly, when sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, okay, such type of two term comes in this case, it can be written like this. Okay, now in the given left hand side term, x in the sense 8 by 17 and y in the sense it is 3 by 5. These are the two angles. Wherever x and y are there in the standard properties of the inverse trigonometric functions, you just substitute and simplify, so that you will be getting your right hand side result what you are required. Okay, now LHS with the continuation of sine inverse. Okay, next x in the sense what, 8 by 17, next root of 1 minus, it is, okay, 9 by 25, y in the sense 3 by 5, y square. Okay, so y square, when you will be squaring the angle 3 by 5, 3 square will be 9, 5 square will be 25, plus y in the sense 8 by, it is, next y in the sense it is 3 by 5, then root of, okay, 1 minus x square. Okay, x in the sense 8 divided by 17, so it can be written as 8 square 64, 17 square 289. Next, sine inverse of, it is, next you simplify the first term, 8 by 17 you write as it is, 25 ones are 25 minus 9 is how much, 16 by 25. 16 by 25, after taking it is out of the root, it will be 4 divided by 5. Next, 8 by 17 into 4 by 5, after simplifying this term you will be getting 32 divided by 85 plus 3 by 5, right as it is first. Then find the LCM of the term within the root. 1 into 289, 289 minus 64, it is 225 divided by 289. 225 divided by 289, after taking it is out of the root, okay, 225, it is perfect square number, so that it can be written as 15 square divided by 289 is also perfect square number, it can be written as 17 square. So 15 as well as 17, if it comes out of the root, it will be just 15 divided by 17. So 3 into 15 as well as 5 into 17, so you'll be getting, so this much, 45 divided by 85. Then sine inverse of 32 divided by 85 plus 45 divided by 85, 85 is common in both the denominator terms, so that you write it is ones. So sine inverse of 85, after writing it is only one time from the denominator terms, then 32 plus 45, it will be 77. So you people have got right now the right hand side result after applying the property, that is sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equals sine inverse of x root 1 minus y square plus y root 1 minus x square. So after applying this respective property, after simplifying, what you people are required the right hand side result, you people are right now got that result. So sine inverse of 77 divided by, in this question, write the simplest form of tan inverse of root of 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. Okay, when in the question will be telling us to write the simplest form of any of the, okay, given function, if tan inverse is given, after simplifying its angle, okay, entire angle, we are supposed to get here one more tan. After simplifying the full angle, if we get one tan, if tan inverse is already there, then tan inverse and tan, if we cancel this each other, last only one term will be getting, no, that will be the simplest form of the given question. Okay, its concept is very simple now. Solution, given term you write it is as it is first, tan inverse of root of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x is equal to, okay, next tan inverse of 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x, it can be written as 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sin square x divided by 2. 1 plus cos x can be written as it is 2 cos square x by 2. Okay, how you got this? See, cos x, its simplest form is, or half angle formula is, cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. Okay, then minus after taking inside, 1 minus cos square will be sin square, minus into minus plus sin square. Okay, so 2 sin square it comes after simplifying the full numerator term. Therefore 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sin square x by 2 divided by 1 plus cos x. Cos x can be written as, okay, cos x, its half angle formula is cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. So 1 minus sin square x by 2 can be written as cos square x by 2. So total 2 cos x, it will be present in the denominator side. So 1 cos square x by 2 plus 1 cos square x by 2, it will be 2 cos square x by 2. 2 and 2 both are gone from the numerator as well as the denominator term. So tan inverse of it is square root of tan square x by 2. Square and square root, if we get cancelled, then tan inverse of just tan inverse of tan x by 2 will be getting. So tan inverse and tan both are gone. Next x by 2. Okay, you have got one last term. This is the simplest form of the given question. Okay, next, again one more question. Write the simplest form of tan inverse of cos x minus sin x divided by cos x plus sin x. See, we cannot apply here half angle formula for cos as well as sin. If we applied it, okay, we cannot get, after simplifying the term, we cannot get one more tan. Therefore you do one thing, write the given term, entire term, first you write as it is. Cos x you divide in the numerator as well as denominator side. So after dividing cos x in the numerator as well as denominator term, okay, next cos x divided by cos x is 1 minus sin x divided by cos x is tan x. Okay, similarly one in the denominator side, cos x by cos x is 1 plus sin x by cos x, so it will be next tan x. See, the same term written as it is, 1 minus sin by cos is tan divided by 1 plus sin x divided by cos x is tan x. So tan inverse of 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan x it will be. So 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan x, there are no formula here again to this respective term. So but after simplifying 1 minus tan x and 1 plus tan x, we are supposed to obtain here at any condition one tan trigonometric function. So how are you going to obtain only one tan with its angle? See, in this case 1 can be written as it is tan pi by 4 minus tan x divided by 1 plus, you write as it is tan x pi by 4 you multiply with tan x. Tan pi by 4 in the sense 1. 1 plus 1 into tan x is again how much? 1 plus tan x. After simplifying this full term, you will be getting back again your original term. Tan pi by 4 in the sense 1. 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan pi by 4 into tan x is again tan x. Okay. Now tan pi by 4 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan pi by 4 into tan x. Okay, it will be in the form of what? Tan of x plus y formula. Tan of x plus y can be written as tan x minus tan y divided by 1 plus tan x into tan y. So the tan inverse, after tan inverse whatever the full angle is there, it can be written as now tan inverse of tan pi by 4 minus x. Okay, tan pi by 4 minus x, after again expanding it, you will be getting back your original term, that is tan pi by 4 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan pi by 4 into tan x. It is the formula of tan of x minus y formula. Now after go on simplifying the given term here, after tan inverse we have got one tan, so tan inverse and tan cancel it. Next pi by 4 minus x will be getting. This is the simplest form of the given question. This is the end solutions of this problem. Now again write the simplest form of again cot inverse of 1 divided by root of x square minus 1. Okay, next solution. See, you people knows very well in the concept of trigonometry. Okay, whenever the term comes within a square root or without the square root, x square minus 1, here some trigonometric substitutions, trigonometric functions substitution is required in the place of x, that is called as standard substitution. So within a root or outside the root, x square minus 1, if such type of any terms if you okay found, okay, or if you get in trigonometry or differentiation or in integration concept, don't forget to substitute x equal to sec theta. Okay, and 1 minus x square if it comes, don't forget to substitute x equal to sine or cos. Okay, next 1 plus x square if it comes within a root or outside the root, don't forget to substitute x equal to tan theta. So these are called as standard substitution. Remember, now in the denominator side 1 divided by root of x square minus 1 is there. In the denominator side x square minus 1. So when you substitute one standard trigonometric functions in the place of x, after simplifying it you'll be getting 1 cot. So how are you going to simplify this? Then just for time being you consider x equal to sec theta. Okay, then theta equal to sec inverse x. Take cot inverse of, then again see before that root of x square minus 1 you simplify it first. This is equal to x square, in the sense what, sec square theta minus 1 can be written as it is tan square theta. Okay, square and square root if you get cancelled, just tan theta will be remaining. Next, so the total result of square root of x square minus 1, it will be what, tan theta. Again you consider the given term cot inverse of 1 divided by root of x square minus 1. This is equal to cot inverse of 1 divided by it is tan theta. Okay, next root of x square minus 1, after substituting standard trigonometric function sec theta, okay, we are got the result that is tan theta. The same term is written here. So cot inverse of 1 by tan theta is equal to it is cot inverse of cot theta. So cot inverse and cot both are gone, theta is remaining, theta in the sense sec inverse x. This is the simplest form of the given question. In this question again simplify tan inverse of a cos x minus b sin x divided by b cos x plus a sin. It is one of the important, okay, problem in the inverse trigonometric concept. So see in the 16 question number 16, okay, you people have already solved such type of question, but there were no any constant terms a and b. Okay, here cos x and sin x, with these trigonometric functions some constant terms are substituted. In this case how to write its simplest form, it is also one of the very easiest problem. Okay, now you do one thing, divide in the numerator as well as the denominator side. Okay, b cos x. If there are no any constant term, just cos x can be divided in the numerator as well as denominator side. But with cos and sin they are given some constant terms, so when you will be dividing one trigonometric functions cos x, you take b. Okay, next tan inverse of a cos x minus b sin x divided by b cos x plus a sin x is equal to tan inverse of a cos x minus b sin x divided by b cos x divided by b cos x plus a sin x divided by again b cos x. Okay, b cos x you divide, okay, in the numerator both the numerator terms b cos x from the denominator side, again you divide with the both its numerator sides, in the sense what, split the term. Okay, then next tan inverse of a cos x divided by b cos x, cos are gone, a by b is remaining, minus b sin x divided by b cos x, b and b both are gone, sin x divided by cos x is tan x, divided by in the denominator side b cos x divided by b cos x 1 plus it is a divided by b sin x divided by cos x is what, it is tan x. Next see if you would have the term with the angles of tan inverse, that is a by b, instead of a by b if you would have 1, it can be written as tan pi by 4, but it is not 1, it is a by b. So how are you going to simplify this term? Now a by b, okay, 1 before this respective term or angle, 1 tan is at any cost required, so that we are supposed to convert a by b minus tan x divided by 1 plus a by b into tan x in the form of tan of x plus y formula. Okay, next so it can be written as tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal tan inverse of x minus y divided by 1 plus xy. So now tan inverse of a by b minus tan inverse of tan x. See tan inverse of a by b minus tan inverse of tan x, after expanding it again you will be getting your original term, that is tan inverse of a by b minus tan x divided by 1 plus a by b into tan x. So this is the expansion of, okay, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. After applying this property and simplifying, okay, whatever the your respective previous term is, that around you can get it. So that tan inverse of a by b minus tan x divided by 1 plus a by b into tan x can be written as tan inverse of a by b minus tan inverse of tan x. Now tan inverse and tan both are gone, just x is remaining. So tan inverse of a by b minus x. This is the simplest form of the given question. Okay, this is the end solutions of this respective term. In this question, find the value of x. Sine of sine inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x equal to 1. Next, you consider the given full term. Sine of sine inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x equal to 1. Now, sine inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x, write as it is, sine you take to the right hand side. So it will be sine inverse of 1. Sine inverse of 1 in the sense how much it is? Pi by 2. Okay. Next, after this, next, sine inverse 1 by 5 equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Next, you people knows very well sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. Okay. Next, sine inverse x equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x can be written here. Okay. Therefore, sine inverse of 1 by 5 is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x, in the sense what? It is sine inverse x. Sine inverse and sine inverse from both the sides are cancelled. Therefore, x equal to 1 by 5 is remaining. This is the values of x of the given term. Next, again solve tan inverse 2x plus tan inverse 3x equal to pi by 4. Now you are not at all proving anything. Okay, here you are solving the full question. So after solving this question, you will be getting the value of x. Tan inverse 2x plus tan inverse 3x. Tan inverse and tan inverse, when the two term comes, its formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. It can be written as tan inverse of x plus or minus y divided by 1 minus or plus x into y. This is the standard form of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Okay. Now the same property you can adopt here to simplifying this respective term. Next. So this is a standard property. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Now tan inverse of 2x plus 3x divided by 1 minus 2x into 3x. This is equal to pi by 4. So now 2x plus 3x is 5x divided by 1 minus, it is 2 3 is 6, x into x is x square. Okay. Next, this is equal to 5x divided by 1 minus x square. You write as it is. Tan inverse, after taking to the right hand side, it will be tan pi by 4. Tan pi by 4 in the sense how much it is? 1. So 5x divided by 1 minus 6x square equal to 1. Then 1 minus 6x square you cross multiply with 1. Therefore, it will be 5x is equal to 1 minus 6x square. So this full term can be written as, okay, 6x square, then plus 5x minus 1, which is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. So after cross multiplying 1 minus 6x square with 1, the term will be, okay, 5x equal to 1 minus 6x square. All the terms you take to the left hand side, so that plus 6x square, then minus 1 plus 5x equal to 0, it will be remaining like this. Then after taking all the terms in the left hand side, here one quadratic equations will be forming. This quadratic equation you can okay, simplify by splitting the middle term or by applying the formula. Okay. Now after applying the formula, after factorizing the term, you'll be getting two number of factors. Those are, one is 6x minus 1 into one is x plus 1. This is equal to 0. See, factorization, I'll tell you, 6 ones are, it is minus 6. Okay. Keep minus 6 in your mind, then 5x you split it. So 5x. See, 6x minus 1x, it will be how much? 6x minus 1x, it will be 5x. 6 into minus 1 is how much? Minus 6. So these are the two factors. You split the middle term and factorize the quadratic equation, so that at the last you will be getting two number of factors. Those are 6x minus 1 into x plus 1 equal to 0. So it gives 6x minus 1 equal to 0, x plus 1 equal to 0. x equal to minus 1 we cannot be considered. Okay, 6x minus 1 equal to 0, so x equal to it is 1 divided by 6. Okay, x equal to minus 1 you eliminate from here, you consider only positive value of x. Okay, this is the solutions of the given question. Next, in the next question, tan inverse 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x equal to 1 divided by 2 tan inverse x. Here also you find the value of x. Now tan inverse 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x equal to you write the given question as it is 1 divided by 2 into tan inverse x. Using tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x minus y divided by 1 plus xy. You can simplify this respective question in two ways. 1 by 2 tan inverse x right hand side term is there, tan inverse x keep there only, 2 you multiply, cross multiply with the left hand side, 2 tan inverse of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x. So 2 tan inverse x, it can be written as tan inverse of 2x divided by 1 minus x square. Okay, after applying this property and simplifying both the terms, left hand side term as well as right hand side term, here at the last you will be getting the value of x. This is the one method, and here I am showing you one more method. See, tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse x, it can be written as what? Tan inverse of, it is 1 by 2 tan inverse x. You write it is right hand side term, you write as it is tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse x. After applying the property and simplifying, whatever your original term is there, tan inverse 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x, you will be getting the same term. Okay, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, the property is adopted here. So 1 minus x by 1 plus x, it can be written as tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse x. So after applying the property and after expanding it, you will be getting what? Tan inverse of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x. You don't think tan inverse 1 keep there only, then 1 by 2 tan inverse x, that term also keep there only, then left hand side term minus tan inverse x you take to the right hand side, so it will be tan inverse x. Now tan inverse x, tan inverse x, okay, you take common and you find the LCM. Tan inverse x, after taking common here from the right hand side term, 1 by 2 plus 1 can be written as 3 divided by 2. Okay, so it will be 3 by 2 into tan inverse x. Next, okay, after this 2 as well as 3 you cross multiply with the left hand side term. Okay, next pi by 4, in the sense what it is, tan inverse 1 can be written as pi by 4. Pi by 4 equal to 3 by 2 into tan inverse x. Next 2 as well as 3 you cross multiply with the left hand side term. Okay, so it can be written as 2 divided by 3, it is pi by 4, that is equal to tan inverse x. 2 ones are 2 2s are pi divided by 2 3s are 6. So tan inverse x equal to, it is pi divided by 6. So tan inverse x equal to pi by 6, then x equal to tan pi by 6. Tan pi by 6 in the sense how much it is? 1 divided by, it is root of 3. So x equal to what value got right now? It is 1 divided by root 3. This is the value of the given question. So this is the end of the solutions of this problem.